Hey YouTube, it's Boxy Guy again, here with a little bonus update for you. So this isn't any real unboxing, but this is kind of a cool thing I set up that I wanted to share with all my YouTube followers. So it's kind of a cool thing. So I'm in my laundry room, and here is my RODI unit. So it started out as a 4-stage with 1, 2, 3, and then 4 stages. And so what I did was I bought an extra canister. So now the water comes in from over here, and that red wire, not wire, the tube, comes over here, goes into my sediment filter right there in that first one. Comes out of there. Then I have a carbon block filter. Comes out of the carbon block, goes into the RO membrane. I also have a pressure gauge. I got some dual TDS meters. I'll get to that in a second. Then when it comes out of the RODI unit, it goes into this first DI chamber. Then it goes into the second DI chamber. And then the waste goes out, back out over here. Out the waste where the washing machine water goes. So, and then of course I have my tube here that I can, when I'm making water for my tank, I got that. So, now my dual TDS meters, there's one right there, so it's got an in setting and an out. Oh, that's an out. It's got an in and an out. So that is going to measure before and after the sediment filter, just so I know that's doing its job. The carbon filter, I have some chlorine test strips that I can make sure that that's good. And then this TDS meter here tests it after the RO membrane, and then also after the second chamber here. You can see it right there. So that way I can tell if it's coming out at, I don't know if you can see, oh, gotta turn it on I guess. But if it's coming out at like 3, then I know that the RO membrane's good. So I can look at the before RO and then after RO. And then I can, oh sorry, I was videotaping something. So I can make sure that the membrane's good, and then as long as it's 0 on the out, that tests it out, it should be 0 after it hits the DI chamber. So that's kind of the normal setup probably most of you guys have. But I did something pretty cool, so I'm going to share it. This is one of my canisters for my GFO and carbon. And so everybody knows you fill these up and then you have to rinse them, right? And it's kind of a pain to rinse all the dusty dust out of there. So what I wanted to do was make a way that I could rinse this, whether it's carbon or GFO or a combination of the two or whatever, so I could rinse it pretty easily. So what I did was I bought another one of these canisters, since I use the bulk reef supply GFO and carbon reactors. They take this and they go in something like this in the underside of the tank. So what I'm doing now is when I come out of my RO unit, the wastewater comes out of this black tube here, and normally this little valve right here is in the up position, which takes the wastewater right down the drain, right? But what I can do now is I can fill this with carbon or GFO or both, and I can flip this switch down. That's going to put the wastewater out here. Then it goes into here. I put this canister in there with the GFO or the carbon. I do the bypass on my RO unit, so then it bypasses this, and then high pressure comes out this black tube into there, and then this water will go down here and really do a nice job of rinsing these. So what I do is I fill this up however much I want it with GFO or carbon. I unscrew this, put this inside, flip that switch, turn it on, and then it rinses all the dust out. And I can run about 1 or 2 gallons through, and it's perfectly rinsed, and it's ready to go. And a couple good things from that. So since it's already gone through the carbon block, there's no chlorine. So I'm not wasting the capacity of the carbon with it eating up some of the chlorine, because there's no chlorine because it's already gone through there. Also, at the same time, I'm rinsing my RO membrane, because I'm on the flush setting where I can flush the membrane, and it's nice high pressure, and it's not using the membrane, it's just rinsing it. And then it's going through there, whoop, rinse it out, whoop, 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 rinse, rinse, rinse. Put it out there, or I can take this red wire and I can put it in a bucket and just see when the water runs clear. So that's kind of my setup. I just thought that might be a cool thing for some of you guys. It's pretty cheap too. You can get one of these canisters, I think for $30 at Bulk Reef. And I think I got this guy here, this little valve. It's just a 3-way valve with the quick connectors for 1/4-inch tubing. And I got that at Bulk Reef Supply also. I think that was about $8 or $9. So, but it makes a nice little thing, and I tried it a couple times and it works like a dream. So just wanted to share that with everybody, and thought you guys might like that, and might like that setup. Might want to try it on your own. And it's pretty easy. Like I said, I already had the flush kit right there with that little valve right there that bypasses the pressure, little gadget in there that raises the pressure. And it so the high pressure runs down there. Whoop. So I just thought you guys might want to try that. And sorry if I sound a little weird. Boxy's getting a little bit of a cold, so. But anyways, that's my new setup for rinsing my carbon and my GFO. So I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, remember to like and subscribe to Boxy Guy. Bye-bye.